Hey guys, welcome back to the Healing Through Conversations podcast. I'm your girl, Lovely, and today I want to talk about that thing that creeps in during the fall time. And I'm not talking about the chilly weather, I'm talking about seasonal depression. This ain't your average healing chat, it's healing through conversations with me, Lovely Brown. Real talk, deep healing, zero fluff. Some people call it seasonal affective disorder. Some people just call it sad. I call it blah, because that's how I feel right now, y'all. One of the things that I had to learn with regards to seasonal depression is that I really have to pay attention to the things that's happening in my life and make sure that I am allowing myself to experience the pumpkin spice of it all, but not be like fall victim to the sadness that it can bring. And in order for me to do that, I was like, I had to learn a little bit more about it. So we want to talk about seasonal depression. I want us to remember that SAD, sad. Sometimes you feel sad for no reason. You don't understand why you've lost interest in things. You don't understand why you don't want to be around friends. You don't understand why you're sleeping a little bit extra, right? Because this is harvest season. We're supposed to be out there working and making sure that we have all the things that we need. So when the winter comes, we're not out there. Seasonal affective disorder, it happens to some of us when we receive less sunlight, when the days are shorter, colder weather, and it impacts our mood in such a crazy way. Again, it makes you want to sleep, you lose your energy. And the tricky thing is that sometimes you just think you're a little bit sad. You think that I'm acting out. I'm being a little bit lazy right now. But the truth is that you're not being lazy. Your body is trying to tell you something. And learning how to listen to it is such a big thing. So when it shows up, I want us to remember that you could be the person who maybe you're sleeping for hours. Maybe you're scrolling on the internet for hours. Maybe you are snapping at the people that you love a little bit quicker because you're tired. Maybe you're losing interest in the things that usually make you happy because when the sun is up and the days are long, you may want to be outside, even if you don't want to talk to anybody. Welcome. I'm your girl. But even if you're just like sitting out on the porch and not having the chill be on your skin, you can be in a funk really quickly and not notice and then start taking it out on the people that care about you. And that's why we're talking about it today. So, 5 ways that we can elevate our energy. We're going to talk about tools, not just the symptoms, because I think sometimes when we only focus on the symptoms and we don't give ourselves the tools that we need in order to make it, you feel like, well, what am I supposed to do? Get in the light. Just give me the light and start the show. Wow, wow. I know I said that wrong, but using a sun lamp can be really good, especially a sun light therapy lamp, or opening your blinds, maybe going out on your porch. You may just want to sit in your car, right? To get as much of that vitamin D in our bodies, give us a little bit more serotonin, because yeah, I be laughing at babes. I be laughing. Create a comfortable routine. Create a comfortable ritual. Maybe you take time every day to have a glass of tea, journal, wear your fuzzy socks. Maybe you're a person who wants to just read a couple pages of your book, drink a cup of coffee, be left alone. You could be the person who like plans a full out playlist for 30 minutes, just feeling it everywhere, which takes us to moving your body. Even if you say, I'm going to listen to 2 songs and I'm going to dance my heart out. Baby, it's you. You're the one I love. You're giving it all you got. It can really help, again, boost your happy hormones, release some of that stress that's pent up in your body, help you figure out how to reallocate a lot of that energy that you used to have, but now you're feeling like, am I dragging ass or not? And connecting with people who make you feel enriched, right? Texting a friend, trying your best not to be isolated. Me and my bestie, we are always trying to stay from underneath the covers because both of us will crawl in that bed, tuck that cover over our shoulders. Baby, we're not coming back outside. We not. Did I RSVP to your party? I'm gonna have to RSVP not. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna make you mad. I just want you to know. I may or may not come. I may fall out of the party. That's the way it is. Name it to tame it. When you talk about the things that you're going through, when you name your grief, when you name the symptoms that you're having, when you say it out loud, you take away a lot of the power, right? Because what happens is that we try to keep all of these things in the dark because we don't want people to talk about us. We don't want people to know that we're going through something. They're going through it too. Okay. It just looks different. So say it out loud, say it out loud, journal it, speak it, don't hold it inside. This is not the moment to try to hold it inside. I want us to remember that we're allowed to take a moment and just be in the moment, right? We're allowed to take a deep breath, like, yo, I'm feeling this way, and I don't know how to not feel this way. And just take like a super deep breath, right? And I want you to hold that sucker in your diaphragm. Remember, I told you that when we breathe in through our nose, we're pushing that air down into our bellies. And I want us to hold it in there. Now, I want you to think to yourself, I am allowed to slow down. I am still lovable even in rest. I am still worthy even in rest. I am still me even in rest. Because I think that sometimes we think if we lay down, if we rest, if we um aren't being busy, then somehow it takes away the validity of who we are. It takes away our humanity. Baby, if you don't lay down, you will be flattened down and then you can't help nobody. I'm just letting you know. Like, we have to really work on ourselves and get past this guilt and shame that we have for needing to take a moment and take a break for ourselves. Some people do very well with journals and affirmations. Some people need, like, you need little mini guides in order to get where you want to be within your healing journey. And a journal prompt that you can use during this time would be, what do I need in this season? What do I need in this season? Do I need emotional support? Do I need physical support? Do I need spiritual support? Do I need financial support? What do I need in this season in order for me to remain as whole as I can be? Because remember, all of us look so different in this whole person space. I have not been whole yet. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm just saying, perfect is not really a thing. All right. We be working, practicing, but perfect is not really a thing. And you're going to try to be so perfect that you're going to send yourself into a heart attack and or stroke. And do we need to do that? Is anybody worth falling sick for? One of the ways that I want us to always look at healing is through affirmations, through mantras, through prayer, finding your spiritual self, figuring out who, where, how your soul responds, right? And remembering that if you honor your inner seasons, honor how your body feels throughout the seasons, it will change the way you see yourself and how you project your emotions throughout the world, because we're still growing every day. We're still learning every day. We're still figuring it out. You're going to have to figure it out every day until you don't have any days. And I still feel like I'm gonna be standing in front of my maker and being like, you sure this is what we're supposed to be doing? I might get pushed back down. I don't know. Anyway, but really, I honor my inner seasons. Even in darkness, I am still growing. I am still light, because you have to really feed yourself throughout this sad season, because you can change how you see things. You can use some of these tools to recognize where you are in your mental health early, right? You may fall into seasonal affective disorder. You may fall into seasonal depression. And then you're like, hey, I just noticed I did these three things. And when that happens, okay, so I need to open up the windows, let the sun shine in. Yes, the sun shining. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you're gonna have to put that music on. This is what I'm talking about, a playlist. And I want us to remember that it's okay to be sensitive or to not be sensitive. We're not broken, we're just human. And fall hits different for everybody. But we can feel better as long as we understand that we're we're human and things are going to change. And when we want change to happen, we work on it a little bit harder. I want you to remember that I'm here for you to talk to you about these things. This is what I love to do, right? I'm going through this with you. I try to talk about things that I am going through so that way it is very upfront, authentic, genuine. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. Sometimes I'm just in the dark and I'm going to be there until I'm not going to be there no more. I will be there. That's not the song. Oh, oh gosh, y'all don't even understand the craziness that be happening on the inside of my head. I want y'all to remember that you can always go to my website, LOVELIESTEEM.com, to get free journal prompts. If you just go under either my mental health resources, or even if you go through the Infidelity 101 course, which I did for free, it's online. You can download all of that information and just work through some of the difficulties that you may be having, and or celebrate that you are making it through. And if you guys would please share, like, subscribe, send it to a friend, somebody who needs a little bit of sunshine. You like, yeah, I noticed that you was feeling a little bit sad. I'm here for you. And then make sure that they listen to us because we're here. Like, we're trying to tell you some good stuff. You're not by yourself. I know we're all dragging butt trying to figure out how to make it work. Sometimes you just don't make it work. Okay. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Lovely out. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you found some healing, connection, and joy. Until next time. Bye, loves.